What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this Tuesday afternoon? We got some news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news coming out of the NFL. And obviously it has to do with our quarterback, Kyler Murray. Now, when we saw this game yesterday, I think we all assumed the worst that happened for Kyler, right? Now, this morning, we were supposed to be getting an update pertaining to Kyler Murray. And we got that update, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys already know, I'm assuming you guys already know and you guys are in the know, but this is the latest update after the MRI from Adam Schefter. And it says this: tests confirm that Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray did in fact suffer a season-ending torn ACL on the third play of Monday night's football game versus the Patriots. An absolute huge blow for the Arizona Cardinals. This is just, I guess, I don't know how to describe this, right? I think it finally set in today, right? With the debacle of how bad this season has become for the Arizona Cardinals. And I mean a bad season for the Arizona Cardinals. It started from the offseason. The Arizona Cardinals organization thought that this was the best route to treat their quarterback, leaking some sort of information out, putting a homework addendum out for Kyler Murray. And just the way that this all came out, it's hard to not think the conspiracy theories aren't true, right? With Kyler Murray, obviously, no, he's injured. The injury is real. I'm not saying that part. His injury is absolutely real, and you can take a look at his face. He knew he was done the moment he was hitting the floor. But I mean, the idea of the players really believing in this organization for the future is very, very concerning to me. It's very, very eye-opening to me. Kyler Murray is injured. We know that. The MRI has confirmed that Kyler Murray is done for the season. And having a torn ACL, man, that's bad, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other way to describe it but that. A torn ACL recovery time. Now, please keep in mind it can vary for everybody, right? So I'm not saying because Google says this or because a doctor says this, it's set in stone, right? But with what I'm seeing kind of everywhere, it seems like the recovery time is going to be anywhere between 8 to 9 months. 8 to 9 months is what we're going to be looking at for a recovery time for Kyler Murray. And of course, because we're in December, that puts us up until September of next year, midway through September. And please keep in mind, this is probably very minimal. It could take somebody longer. It could take somebody absolutely longer, right? So being that we got this news right now, it is very, very heartbreaking for Arizona Cardinal fans. But it's just the realization that this season has just been upside down from the absolute beginning. We can't build a season with the start of the pointing of the fingers. And there was a report that came out in the offseason saying that Kyler Murray felt like he was the scapegoat of that wild card. And then he got extended, so did the other two. And then Kyler Murray gets this big breaking news that there's a homework addendum being put in there. You don't do that if you're a well-run organization, ladies and gentlemen. You don't. This season was doomed from the start. I feel bad for the young man. I really, truly do. However you feel about him, whether you want Colt McCoy to start, whatever you want, Kyler Murray to start, all that right now is moot. It really is. Right now, you're taking a look at a time where Kyler Murray, his career is not so much in the balance, because I know we've seen multiple players recover from this type of injury. We've seen it. But we also seen some players come back and not be the same, especially with Kyler Murray being as explosive as he is by running the ball. This could be the gut punch to any Arizona Cardinal fan, the haymaker to any Arizona Cardinal fan, just to throw that towel in for the season. I know there's people talking about tanking. I'm never a fan of tanking. I truly am not a fan of tanking. But if you really think about it, the Arizona Cardinals didn't tank yesterday, but the Arizona Cardinals found a way to lose. The Arizona Cardinals aren't tanking, at least in my eyes. We just still found a way to lose because we can't get the job done. Colt McCoy is going to be the starter for at least for this year. I'm not sure the remaining of the years, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really know how this Cardinal team is going to look like in 2023, but we have a lot of decisions to make. A lot. And I know I say we when Cardinal fans don't have the decision, right? It's really Michael Bidwell is going to be the one that needs to look himself in the mirror and really come down to it saying, is this going to be it? Or are we making some drastic moves here? Because right now, ladies and gentlemen, most Arizona Cardinal fans that we know right now has checked out 2 or 3 weeks ago. And this is just that cherry on top of the ice cream for anybody trying to use any sort of Call of Duty joke. And that right now is not necessary, ladies and gentlemen. It isn't. We got a young man that really wanted to succeed as an Arizona Cardinal quarterback and just was failed, in my opinion. Was failed by an organization because we couldn't build an offensive line. We built this team in the eyes of Steve Keim, and it just wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen. It just wasn't it. Prayers up for Kyler Murray and hopefully for him and for a speedy recovery. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Arizona Cardinals organization really needs to look themselves in the mirror and figure out how they're going to try to sell another Cliff Kingsbury and Steve Keim 2023 year. They're going to have to figure out how to do that because right now, today I had an Arizona Cardinal rep reach out to me talking about, season tickets. Don't be talking about season tickets to me, young man, or not young man. I mean, you're probably older than me, but don't be talking about season tickets to me. I am not thinking about renewing my season tickets if there's not a drastic change to this organization. There's no tanking in my eyes, but honestly, this Cardinals organization, tanking or not, they're going to be able to get the job done. I can foresee the Arizona Cardinals getting a top 5 pick in the 2023 draft with how terrible we are as far as being a disciplined team. As far as that, we are a terrible team. On paper, we have a very good roster, but boy, we are a terrible team when it comes to discipline. Let's continue with the super chats. We got 2 super chats coming our way. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming through and obviously donating and during this terrible time. But we're all here for each other, right? At least I hope. Let me get to Pat Bush. Appreciate you. He says, does K1's injury buy Cliff 2 more years of coaching the Cardinals? I don't know. Honestly, there's a lot of questions out here right now. Because Colt McCoy, although he tried his best, right? Colt McCoy did everything he could to try to wield this Arizona Cardinal offense to a win on Monday Night Football. Colt McCoy is a backup quarterback, and that's what Colt McCoy is at. He's a backup quarterback. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I personally don't want to think of 2 more years of Cliff Kingsbury, but knowing Michael Bidwell and how complacent and mediocre or mediocre he seems to be as an owner, I don't know. I truly don't know. Another embarrassment, right? Another embarrassment for a Monday or a primetime game, and our owner kind of sits stagnant. So it's crazy. What's up? Is it Aries? I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so very much. He says, with this injury to K1, do you think the changes who we draft? Oh, we're going to have a lot to talk about pertaining to this, my dude. A lot to talk about. This opens up a completely different mindset, I'm assuming, for the Arizona Cardinals moving forward. Because yes, we paid Kyler Murray, but if you really think about it, man, there's been some players that have not been able to recover with this type of injury. Now, I get everybody's different, right? Kyler Murray might be able to come back in 7 months, 8 months. Who knows, right? We don't know. But yeah, I think that's going to be a decision for the Arizona Cardinals to go ahead and make here for this, right? Right now, I'm going to give it to the end of the season to really kind of come down because we have a lot of holes. If the quarterback was the big hole, right, then I think I would have a little bit more, I guess, conversation piece to say about this. But I think we have so much holes in this roster, and we talked about it coming into the season. And the Cardinals did nothing, right? The Cardinals absolutely did nothing. And there's so many Cardinal fans that do their best to try to call out this organization, but there's a lot of Cardinal fans out there that just do everything they possibly can to make sure everything's painted picture perfect, to make sure everything's painted like a beautiful rainbows and puppies and unicorns, and it's not. It's not. Here's the harsh reality of our organization, ladies and gentlemen. We succeed in 1 to 2 years and we rebuild for 3 to 4 years. It's been happening every single time. It's nothing new. So many new Cardinal fans coming in here try to be positive. There's nothing positive about this season. Nothing. And it started from the beginning of this season when you put a homework addendum on your franchise quarterback. We need to hold this darn organization and team accountable. And I'm so upset. I'm not upset that we lost. I'm upset in how we lost. Because there's no reason in hell we should be a 4-win team right now. There's no reason in hell that we're a 4-win team. But because we're the Cardinals organization, we allow it. We lay down and we stay complacent. Oh, injuries. Oh, this. Oh, that. No, it's cooked. The San Francisco 49ers, what they're doing over there, it actually makes me very jealous of that fan base and that organization over there. It truly does. Hell, the Rams even took a swing on Baker Mayfield. With 2 games or 2 days of learning the playbook, he already won his first game against the Raiders. Now, granted, yes, it's the Raiders, and I'm fully aware of that. But right now, we're still living with the same situation over and over and over again, where Michael Bidwell is staying complacent because of what we had before. 11 win season. We had an 11-win season, ladies and gentlemen. Let's celebrate. Let's start the parade. What have we accomplished? Nothing. And now we have to sit here with Kyler Murray, our franchise quarterback. I hope him for a speedy recovery. I truly do. But this is on the Cardinals organization, Michael Bidwell and Steve Keim. This is who this season is on. You allowed this leak to come out. You allowed this black cloud to be over this season. Shame on them for allowing this to happen. Man, if I was a billionaire, I would go to Michael Bidwell and try to buy this team outright. Unfortunately, I'm not. This is embarrassing, y'all. I'm pissed. I truly am. But I want to focus on Kyler. Kyler's out for the season. If you guys are just joining in right now, Kyler's out for the season. I'm looking up, different spots to see how much recovery time. It looks to be 8 to 9 months right now. So that puts us about September of next year. We don't know exactly when September. It could possibly be 10 months. We don't know, right? We've seen some quarterbacks heal faster. We've seen some quarterbacks heal longer. So really is going to determine on how the progression of Kyler Murray's body is going to take it. So, I don't think this is rock bottom. I don't think this is rock bottom. No, we've had worse. We've had worse rosters than we have now. But rock bottom may be pertaining to how blind our owners are and how blind our leadership is. Maybe rock bottom for that. Maybe rock bottom for that. We're never going to be able to accomplish anything if we keep Keim. It's just the truth of the nature. We're never going to be able to accomplish anything if we keep Keim there. This has nothing to do with injuries. And please don't allow this narrative to cloud your mind, ladies. And just has nothing to do with injuries. Nothing. At one point, the San Francisco 49ers last year went through so many running backs because they were hurt. And they still made it to the playoffs. And they still made it to the conference championship. Please don't use that as an excuse, ladies and gentlemen. It's an organizational thing. It's a cultural thing. That's what this boils down to. The 49ers have such a great culture that it doesn't matter that they use a third-string quarterback. They're going to beat the living hell out of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Cardinals, we have something happen and we fold. That's what we do. Don't allow injuries to be an excuse to you, right? Michael Bidwell can think whatever the hell he wants to think. This is his team, and it's not a very good franchise. Let's be honest here. How he has passionate fans, I never got it. I never understood why he did, but here we are, right? Here we are as Cardinal fans, being passionate, being frustrated, being getting dragged through the mud again. This is on Bidwell. This is on Bidwell and Keim. The two people at the very top. That's who this is on. There's no reason in my mind that I can't think that this homework addendum wasn't leaked without the authority of Steve Keim. Come on. Come on. The NFL is such a tight-knit group. It's such a tight-knit, tie to neck type of organization that this would not gotten leaked out unless I'm assuming Keim knew about it. This is not okay. This is not okay. We got one more home game on Christmas with the Bucks. I implore everybody to not show up. If you bought your tickets, I don't even think I'm going to show up. Wild. Wild. For all the new people that are coming in right now, we got some updates pertaining to Kyler Murray. Not good news. I think we already knew this, right? I don't think Adam Schefter is telling us anything we don't already know. That he's done for the season. But this is what Adam Schefter reported earlier today. Tests confirm that Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray did in fact suffer a season-ending torn ACL on the third play of Monday night's game versus the Patriots. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Season is done. No more seeing Kyler Murray for the season. And 2023 looks very, very, very foggy, at least at this very moment. So I don't think I'm going to be live for very long. Just FYI, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to be live for very long. I don't think there's very much to talk about this organization. I truly don't. I don't know how much more I can actually put effort into thinking about this organization. It doesn't seem to care about their fans. I don't know what else to say at this point. But that is the news right now. Kyler Murray's done for the season. Possibly an 8 to 9 month recovery time. Maybe sooner, maybe longer. But it does cloud a lot of unknowns for the Cardinals organization. It is cloud a lot of unknowns for the Cardinals right now. Let me get to the super chat here real quick. Most likely the last super chat of the night. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much, Edwin. He says, as a Rams fan, I feel your pain. My team was destroyed with injuries this year, but I have hope in my head coach and team that we can bounce back. The good thing that you have for you, Edwin, and I appreciate the super chat, man. I really, truly do. You guys come off a Super Bowl win, and you guys had Super Bowls, or at least a previous Super Bowl. You guys have something to hang your hat on. As Cardinal fans, we had injuries as well, but we're tired of hearing the same things over and over and over again. I appreciate you, brother. I truly do. I know you're a fan of the NFC West Network. Thank you so very much for being here, by the way. One thing you guys can definitely hang your guys' hat on is you guys just won the Super Bowl, right? So you guys can have a down year. It is for us as Cardinal fans. I don't know if anybody can truly feel the hurt and the pain of what we actually feel. I truly feel like we're the NFC Browns. Like we're the Browns in the NFC. Truly. We're the Browns in the NFC. And it's a frustrating thing to see, ladies. And it truly is. It's an absolute frustrating thing to see. We'll have to wait what happens, right? I have no words at this very moment. The season is done. Right now, we're still sitting with the 6th overall pick, at least as of right now. I'm only assuming the Arizona Cardinals are going to have a top 5 pick. You know what I mean? I'm only assuming we're going to have a top 5 pick coming into the 2023 draft. But if you truly if you truly think about it, if we have Kyle, what's going to change? What's going to change? Nothing. Nothing's going to change. So we're here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We got 120 people in here right now. Thank you so very much. Like I said a little earlier, I'm not going to be live for very long. So just FYI, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is what we're discussing right now and just the future of the Arizona Cardinals. I just wanted to bring this to your guys' attention. Although we already knew the moment we saw Kyler Murray go down that it did not look good at all for Kyler Murray. Although we already knew and speculated that this was the case, here we go. Another season gone, another opportunity for the Cardinals to do something under a quarterback that, yes, he just got paid, but per the cap this year and next year, it's not as heavy as the following years for the cap hit for his contract. So it's just another year wasted, another year lost for the Cardinals, and we're just sitting here as Cardinal fans right now. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I absolutely do appreciate it. Let's keep the Firekind narrative going right now, because this right here is an absolute wash of a season, and all we can really do is just hang our hats on maybe 2023 will be better, but I need to see some serious changes. If you guys want me to get really excited, if you want me to get absolutely excited about 2023, not you guys, I'm sorry. If Michael Bidwell, you want me or fans to get excited about your 2023 season with the idea of maybe Kyler Murray not playing for the first month, you got to do something big. You got to do something drastic, because as of right now, it ain't it. It absolutely ain't it, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so very much for the super chatters. I absolutely do appreciate you guys coming through. We're going to continue with these live streams and then videos being put, on this channel as well. Just because the season is crappy, it doesn't mean we're not going to start, continue to push content and stuff like that. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you so very much. If you haven't already smacked the like button, please do me that favor right now. Smack the like button and subscribe if this is your first time here. We're on the road to 11K, 20K, and beyond. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, go Cards.